Okay, so I recently listened to a podcast that I usually listen to. It's called She's So Lucky, and I was very happy and excited to see that for this episode, the host, whose name is Les, her guest just so happened to be a dermatologist. So the dermatologist that she interviewed, she spoke about hair thinning and scalp health, and I took some notes because I thought this would be very helpful, and I basically watched this and took notes, and I'm going to share with you guys what I learned, and some of it I knew, but we're always learning. So let's talk about what Dr. Heather, excuse me, the dermatologist, let me say her name correctly. Her name is Dr. Heather Woolery Lloyd, and she is a board certified dermatologist, and she is the chief medical advisor at Nutrafol. So I have some pages of notes. So if you see me looking away and to the side, it's because I am just looking at my notes. Okay. So to begin, so hair thinning gets an emotional response because no one ever thinks it will happen to them. So that's why people are so emotional and traumatized and angry when they experience hair thinning, because it's one of those things nobody ever thinks it would happen to them, and the emotions of being angry and upset is very normal, and she says it's very normal and it's okay to allow yourself to kind of to have these feelings and experience these feelings. Okay. Hair thinning can be caused by major stressful events in life, such as postpartum, aging, anesthesia, a car accident, flu, surgery, many things. The list can go on, but major stressful events can cause hair thinning via stress. That's how hair thinning via stress through the body is caused. And another great point that she made is it can take 3 to 6 months after a stressful event before you experience hair thinning. So you maybe have a stressful time in life, and then you may not see the thinning until 3 to 6 months later. So I think that is something that is very important to make note of. And hair hair thinning is not talked about because a lot of women sometimes they feel ashamed of it, and then they find ways to cover it up. And also, our hair is a way that it's a part of our identity. It's our hair is a part of the way that we view ourselves. So that's what some of the reasons why hair thinning can be so traumatic. All right. So when you have so why is it that stressful events can cause hair thinning? So Dr. Heather talks about the different growth phases of the hair, and she talks about how when our hair is in the anagen phase, which is the growth phase, this phase can be anywhere between 2 to 6 years. And I want to add on that this phase for some people can last up to 10 years. But what happens is when you experience a stressful life event, it pushes your hair into the shedding phase. Excuse me, your body releases cortisol, and because of that cortisol, it kind of force pushes some your hair into the shedding phase. So that is kind of why your hair you may experience hair thinning through stress. I'm trying to speed this up, so I'm not really going deep into it. I'm just like reviewing the notes. So of course all of these points can be spoken about deeper, but I don't want this video to go on too long. But something I want to say, a point to the hair growth phases is, like I said, for people, the anagen or the hair growth phase can be anywhere from 2 on the shorter end to 2 to 6 is normal, but it can be up to 10 years. So I want to say this is important. This is why it's important not to make hair growth always your goal, because your hair growth phase can be predetermined in how long your hair will grow. So if you're somebody where your hair growth phase is only 2 years, then it's not fair to compare yourself to somebody where their hair growth phase may be 10 years, right? So that's why I always say healthy hair should be the focus. Healthy hair should be the focus. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, I want broad strap hair, this, that, going long hair. And it's like, your hair, according to its growth phase, may not even grow that long because it may go through all of its phases before it even gets a chance to even reach to like right here, or even before it gets a chance to reach at your shoulders. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. So a healthy scalp is gonna be puts your hair in the best position. So in order to have successful hair growth, you want to make sure you have a healthy scalp. And of course, this includes a healthy scalp is washing your hair consistently, and um, consistently low manipulation hairstyles, which she says that twist and wash and goes are the best low manipulation hairstyles. Of course, I can go down the path on as far as wash and goes and how you want to make sure, even with wash and goes, that you're not overdoing them with harsh products. And then even with twists are great, but you want to make sure there's not constant tension and pulling at the hairline. Anytime you see any type of bumps or anything feels tight, then you should know that that is not a great style for your hair. And this is a quote that she gave from a fellow dermatologist of hers. It says, any hairstyle that induces pain is not a good hairstyle. Any hairstyle that induces pain is not a good hairstyle. Please make note, put a pin in that. All right. So, scalp. Another thing. So, aging of the scalp is something that I think we don't really factor in, and we honestly don't think about. And I have to admit and confess, as a hairstylist, I never really piece all of this together as far as aging of the scalp. So as we all know, your scalp is a continuation of your skin, and this, as your skin ages, your skin loses elasticity, a decrease in collagen, and the same thing goes for your scalp as well. So you have to know, with the aging scalp, your things will change, your hair will change, there's a difference in the follicles, and then you may see a difference in the density of your hair. So that's something that's important to know. So that's why hair thinning can be associated with age. Hair thinning can be associated with menopause, even perimenopause, and I think that's really important to know. So as we get older, especially when you start to reach around in your 40s and 50s, you are, I don't want the people in the background. As you reach your 40s and 50s, you will see a difference with the density of your hair. It doesn't always necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. It can be just a part of the natural course that your body is taking and that your hair is taking, all right? So she talks about how diet influences a diet is a main influences your hair growth, and the main factor from your diet is protein. In order for your hair to grow healthily and happily, you need to really make sure you have a adequate amount of protein in your diet. And this makes complete sense because, as we know, hair is made of keratin, and keratin is a protein. So in order to have healthy, happy hair growth, you need to make sure that you are consuming, or that your body is receiving enough protein. So very, very important. And then another thing to know too is she talks about taking a whole body approach to hair health. And this is something that of course I say to my clients and you guys is healthy body, your hair is last to your body. To us, our hair is maybe first or top five. To our body, our hair is fast. Your body has to be happy and healthy in order for you to have healthy hair. So this is why it's important to eat a balanced diet. She mentions eating the rainbow, making sure you're eating enough fruits and vegetables, as of course I tell you guys as well, and I'm sure you guys know that because that's information that is it seems to be almost common knowledge now. And making sure that you're receiving enough sleep is also a factor. And let me just make sure we're reaching 10 minutes. So let me just make sure I didn't skimp over anything. So those are the main key points. Of course, I can go even more deeper, but I don't want this video to take too long. But please check out this video. The name of the podcast is She's So Lucky, and the host, her name is Les. And once again, the dermatologist is Dr. Heather. So thank you for listening. And I'll try my best if I can link it or to write out the full title and the episode number so you can check this out for yourself to receive this information.